What is up, YouTube? We are back with another motorcycle. Who would have ever thought? It is a 2011 Harley Dyna wide glide. Got this for extremely cheap, cheaper than I bought my Rex Sportster with no title for. So kind of one of those deals that I kind of had to buy it. I am 99% confident it will run. I got some power ran to it. It's missing a map sensor, so that is on the way. So I haven't started it since. When I got it, it didn't have the exhaust on it. I had that exhaust laying around. I sold the rear wheel off of it, so it actually has the rear wheel off of my bagger, the stock wheel, 16-inch. And fun fact, late model Dyna, if you have a skinny tire bagger, the rear wheels will fit with zero modification. When I got it, the clutch didn't work. They stole some parts off. It sat in the shop for like 6 or 7 years, and the guys want to make room, get rid of it. So they did steal some parts off of it, a map sensor, the clutch push rod, nut adjuster. It's missing a front caliper. This was wrecked, so it's going to need headlight, forks. Tank is in great shape. It's got a little scuff on this side, but not a dent or anything. I actually have some street bob trees on the way for it. Like I said, I had that exhaust laying around. I got mid controls for it laying around. I got some shocks on the way for it, which will actually be here today. But needless to say, we're going to have to find a frame. And I would say I'd be less than $2,500 in building a whole Dyna. So that's pretty rad. I would say within the next 5 days, we'll have this at least running here at idle, all that good stuff. I'm trying to get the battery to charge now. I can't say whether it's going to charge or not. It's been charging for 2 days and haven't got too far on it yet, but whatever. Didn't take too much damage when it was wrecked. Definitely a cool bike. Missing bolts, missing little pieces here and there. But the plan is I'm going to be using a lot of parts off of eBay, pre-owned parts, good takeoff parts, stuff like that. Like the shocks, they're 14-inch progressives. Takeoffs, I got them for super cheap. But yeah, that is the plan. O2 sensors, also doesn't have those. I stole those, so I'm going to have to find O2 sensors, which I think I ordered those. Those might be on the way. I got to order a caliper, and then I do have a hookup on a titled. I got a choice between an 07, 08, 09, and a 10 street bob frame. So all this will fit in all 4 of those. So I just got to choose which one I want. Probably do the newest one possible. Powder coat the wheels. I got that 13-spoke mag up there. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you probably can. Got that 13-spoke mag a few weeks ago for super cheap, seal bearing mag. So yeah, it's going to go on the front. So yeah, I've already made half my money back by selling just the rear wheel. So we're doing pretty good already. But this is going to be the new build. We're going to do another Dyna build. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be a cool, super budget, like I said, under probably $2,500 altogether in a full late model Dyna. So stay tuned. Appreciate you watching. Let's get to it. Okay, so I've done a good bit of stuff in high speed. So I scored a set of Thrashing mid-bend bars for $80, still new in the package. So I'm going to go ahead and swap these bars over, which means I got to get these off, depin some connectors. So what you've seen so far is I got the bike running, got a fueling map sensor in it. What else did I get on there? An exhaust, new battery. Unfortunately, I could not save the old one. I tried to be a cheap ass and save the old one. Didn't work. I did clean up this tank. There's no more scratch on the side, no more scuff. Got the buffer out last night. The chrome cleaned up crazy good, so I'll probably leave it chrome. A lot of this stuff's gonna get powder coated black. So this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna put some Thrashing bars and just some generic by V-twin or drag risers. I can't remember what they are. But step one, we'll be seeing if we can get these throttle cables to loosen up a little bit. There's one. Good sign. Two. All right. So we got them loosened up. I think I got some grips up in my shed. I'm not sure. Have to check that out. Now we'll be able to unbolt these and pull all these wires up through. Let's go ahead and do that before I unbolt them so I'm not wrestling with it. But did the job, so. All right, there's those. These bushings are so wore out, dude. Holy moly. That one over there. That's all right. Give you an idea what we're looking at. So I'm gonna go ahead off camera, depin these wires, run through those bars, and we will be back. Well, guys, we got a great start on the little Dyna build we got going on. Gonna be a pretty big, pretty small budget build, which it doesn't have an exhaust on it right now because I have it at my welder getting welded, new O2 bunks put in. I fabbed up yesterday, didn't get it on video because I was just kind of seeing if it was possible. I fabbed up this headlight mount out of some 1/8 inch just steel stock laying around, and it came out really good. I am willing to share my blueprints, my measurements, all that with you guys. So please reach out, comment. I will shoot you my email, and I will give you a template so you can make your own, because it was hard for me to justify spending $100+ when that's a pretty easy part I knew I could make. So I will gladly share that template with you guys. Just like I said, reach out in the comments. I'll shoot you my email and shoot you a template of that, how I made it super clean. I'll go ahead and show you around it real quick. And then there's that headlight mount, which I gotta get it powdered black, but just goes underneath your risers here at 1/8 inch steel, super solid. And then tucks up underneath like that. I have a really old school headlight bucket on there off of an '89 Sportster. The tins cleaned up extremely well. The chrome came out awesome. When it comes to risers, you know, a lot of people get those. You can get all kinds of different stuff. They make those big, bulky, in my opinion, absolutely awful looking risers. I've ran them all. I've had the big, bulky CNC cut ones. I've had, you know, short ones, tall ones. Listen, when it comes to risers, you can definitely overdo it. I think this is one of the cleanest looks. It's just some, I think they're V-twin or hard drive maybe makes a set like this, except a stock top clamp. It's just a super clean look, nothing too crazy going on. And my illusion that I'm trying to do, especially with the late model Dyna being a wider front end, the illusion I'm after is trying to thin up this front end. I don't really like the 49mm front ends. I don't think they look very good, but they do ride much better than 39mm do. So my goal was to thin up this front end. With that, I didn't get some big gaudy giant risers, just some nice clean. I've had these laying around. They've been on like 3 stunt bikes. I pulled the threads out of the bottom, took them to the machine shop, had like 3/4 of an inch machined off of them, so they're 8.5, now like 7 3/4. So they've been through it, and they've been through on a lot of bikes. And I'll tell you what, they're a great set of risers. They have survived. So I did get a Vulcan Works conversion for this 08 Plus Sportster wheel. It should be here hopefully Thursday. That'll just take all the guesswork out. But I bought spacers, and I was going to space out the caliper, and I said, you know what? I'd rather space out the rotor a little bit and get it right. So Vulcan Works, of course, great quality, always coming out of their shop. I've ordered conversion kits, chain kits all come from them. They're really good stuff. So that's what I did with the front end. Thrashing bars I got for 80 bucks, a great deal, still in the package, brand new. Just got some stock grips on it right now. I do have a new clutch cable on the way because this one is snapped from where this was wrecked. It works, but it just doesn't work well. You got to be a real man to pull that clutch. I do have a seat on the way. I got a little surprise on the seat. I'm hoping I don't regret it. It is a step-up seat, but something a little different than I normally do. You know, I'm a big LaPera seat guy. Got the skinny tire bagger rear wheel on it, just a non-spoke. Once they're powder coated black, you won't be able to tell too big of a difference. I know, run the same wheels, yada yada, but I don't care. So yeah, this is a good start to a nice solid budget build. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Stay tuned, we're going to keep on building this. It's going to have a little break here. At the end of this month, I'm getting an ankle replacement, so everything will be put on hold for at least a good month. But I'd like to get this at least riding before then, so stay tuned for more videos on this. Of course, we'll have videos and other stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.